Hello Aries, you're the last sign of the zodiac because I started at Taurus. So welcome to my channel, and this is going to be a general reading for January about healing and happiness, and what it is that you need to heal in this month. So if you want to check out the sun, moon and rising for each sign. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so what part of Aries soul needs healing right now? What part of Aries soul needs healing right now? What part of Aries' soul, I don't sound right, needs healing right now? How can Aries heal right now? How can Aries heal? What can they do to heal? What can Aries do to heal? Okay, and what changes will come from this healing this month? What changes will come from the healing this month? And what is holding you back from happiness? And what message do we have from Spirit for Aries this month? What message do we have for Spirit this month? Okay. Also, sometimes if you don't usually do something, or you don't usually look inwards, meditate, I feel it's about looking outside of the box for you this month, about doing things differently. So the Two of Gabrielle is, what part of my soul needs healing? Now this the Gabrielle suit is what you suppose you would equate to fire, which obviously Aries is a fire sign. But this one is about important relationships and about progress in the relationships. It can be about sharing your vision with people. Have we got the world in this picture? Let's have a look. So we have got the world ever so slightly up at the top in this picture. So it's about if you've got a vision that you want to share, if you've got something that you want to create, it's kind of asking you to be bold and ambitious. Now, if you're not feeling that way at the moment, which obviously, as I've said in all of the videos, it's a really difficult time at the moment, given what's going on in the world. But the one thing we can manage, the one thing that we can have control of, is our thoughts. So if you are feeling very restricted, because Aries like to be free, they like to move, and you want to be bold and ambitious and have these choices, you need to look at things differently. You need to look at your thought processes. You need to realise that you are still able to do this, but it's about looking at things in a different way and a different kind of perspective. So whereas before, I'm trying to think how I can whereas before you might have gone out and created something, you might have gone out and told people what you can do, it's you can still do that, but it's just changing the avenue and the way that you do that, because you might not realise it, but you are making good progress. This is a time that has been given to you to be able to pause and reflect and maybe redefine what it is that you want to do and what you want to strive towards, tweak it slightly. But yeah, it's just, don't let these feelings of indecision kind of hold you back. So whereas before you might have kind of just gone ahead you're not able to do that, kind of sit and reflect and kind of go with your heart more. So it's asking you to go with your heart more, to realise that you are making progress, but also to do things differently. Now that obviously would apply to you. I don't know in what way you will do things differently exactly, but just do things differently, approach things differently. Yeah, I'll take that with that card. Now how you can do this is, obviously we've got the world. That can mean, because I always think this card, you have the world in the corner, so you have got the world if you want it. This is all about coming full circle. It is also, it's about a happy ending. So realising, having this realisation that you've come full circle, this spiritual growth, this, it can also mean as well, I also think this card also means, because it's the world, I also think it means like the World Wide Web as well. So if you are feeling that you're not able to express yourself, your wings are being clipped as such, then realise that this card, you can still do that, but just in a different way. But this is telling you to congratulate yourself for what you have done. Like I say, you might not feel like you've progressed, you might feel that it's been dampened, but congratulate yourself. You've kind of come full circle, you've completed, you have, it's just, honouring this sense of completion is how you can heal yourself right now. And it's also about moving on to something new as well. It can also mean literal travel as well, if you are able to do that as well. That is how you can heal yourself. Sorry, if you are able to go and travel somewhere and reflect. But it's also about evolution and your own spiritual growth as well. And like in being in a place of enlightenment, so changing the way that you think, which might be not, this may not be a way that you think, or it might not be your process to bring about healing, but just kind of, because for me the world, when I think of the world as well, it's like it's vast, it's beyond, there's many different ways of doing it. You know, the world is just one planet in our universe. So I think to me it's like thinking out of the box, doing things differently. And what changes will come from this is feeling more, you could obviously, it could be if this is to do with a relationship, if you're single, it's about wanting to be with someone and connecting. And one way you can do that is obviously the world, for me, is the internet, is online, and it's been then given a love offer. If you're in a relationship, it can be feeling more romantic, feeling more, but obviously I'm looking at healing. It can be feeling more kind of joyous and kind of light-hearted, and being creative and artistic as well, career opportunities and situations that just bring you great joy. So you will feel great joy and happiness, those kind of feelings that you get when you kind of first fall in love with someone, and like powerful emotions. Yeah, because obviously the Raphael cards are to do with love, but they're also to do with creativity and being artistic. And anything that kind of stirs at your emotions, get more into your heart. That's how that's what will come through after these changes. What is holding you back is impatience, because this card, this lady, the Three of Gabrielle, the lady, she's waiting for her ships to come in. Sorry. She's sat there and she's, right, I've done all the work, I've done this and I've done that, why do I have to wait? And that's what's holding you back from feeling happy, is, you know, you have made good choices, your ships are going to come in, things are going to work out for you, you know, this need for expansion is going to happen, but you just need to kind of just have a little bit of patience, which is not easy. I'm not the most patient of people as well, myself. But it's just waiting, being patient. It's all to do with energy as well. It's about an energy investment, because obviously the Gabrielle suit is to do with energy and flow and fire and passion and movement. And also try not to focus too much on the next thing. Kind of relish what's happened and what you've got, rather than racing towards the next thing, you know, kind of racing here and racing there. Just take some time to wait and to be happy with what's happened, be happy with the result. The next card, so I've got a tickly throat, is from Spirit, and this is about spiritual insight. It's about finding a spiritual mentor, about joy through spiritual growth. It can be also about appreciating the essence of life and what's most important to you right now, about kind of developing that spiritual side of yourself, getting answers through meditation, through introspection, through journaling. It's about someone going through a spiritual quest. So if that's what Spirit is asking you to do, to kind of slow down and just go inward, to think about just to go inward. It's like a quest. I mean, in this picture, it always shows with this picture, there's a man with a torch, so it might seem as though things are quite dark and you can't quite see, but you've got a torch so you can see your way through. And this kind of also reminds me of a card, like I'm a Reiki practitioner, and Dr. Azui, who formulated the type of Reiki that I'm trained in, he went off on a kind of a spiritual, well, not kind of, he went off on a spiritual retreat in the mountains and was up there. He meditated, and then the symbols came to him. So it's kind of going off, shutting off from things, a journey, which would go quite well with this actually, if you were able to travel, about going on a kind of a spiritual quest and a spiritual journey. It can also be about just looking at things from a different perspective, the mysteries of life, ancient cultures, ancient civilizations, just looking a little bit more at you know, some of the questions you can ask, you know, just going deep within. So it doesn't have to be meditating. Why are we here? What does it all mean? It's just turning away from the physical and the material and going inward and looking at the spiritual, which may not be something that you would usually do, but this is what you're being called to do right now, and you've got an opportunity to be able to do that during this time of kind of peace. It can also mean like kind of convalescing as well, so using this time to go inward and to think. Okay, so this is so what is holding me back from what chakra card does Aries want to hit? See what chakra card and chakra guidance for Aries. What chakra card and guidance for Aries for January? Ooh, destiny. So this again is kind of similar to Epiphany. You've got two spiritual teachers there. A wise man, he looks like Merlin, doesn't he, in that picture? And then we look like we've got a Tibetan monk in that picture. Okay, so destiny is the black and white. Black is a shade that demands to be taken seriously as it absorbs all the colours. Black emits the warm, powerful energy of the protector. Unlike black, white is isolated. Together they balance and create. You are being guided by your angels to do what is best for you and all concerned. Okay, so legend has it black and white are in heaven, waiting to go to earth yet again to complete their work. When they meet and fall in love, they learn that they will not be together on earth. In previous lives, their love was ill-fated. They appeal to the counsel of the great spirits, who turn down their request to be together, but the great servant appears and grants their wish. Together they accomplish greater things than they could have done alone. So it's about taking a risk, dare to have the life the way you decide. Are you willing to make sacrifices to have what you desire? And then the personal inquiry is, what tools do I need to form my own destiny? Am I ready for my destiny? And it's also about true love, taking a stand, a positive omen, radical thinking, kind of deep satisfaction and faith and love, and kind of following your path, which I think kind of fits in with this card. It's looking at the different things in life and what is, at the end of the day, what is important and what supports you and carries you through in life. It can also be, if you do have, it can be almost like an advocating card as well, if you believe in standing up for something that you believe in and being triumphant. But through meditation, if that's what you decide to do, you may be surprised by what comes through and what insights you gain as well. So I hope that was of some benefit for you. And obviously I'll leave my details below if you want to have a reading with me. Okay, Aries, take care. Thank you.